Okay, I had to make sure it was recording. All right, so again, I've tried making this video a bunch of times. I know as of right now, I don't have any subscribers, so people, whoever sees this when it comes to time, they're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But I didn't try posting my first intro video. I don't know how many times. I'm not really a tech savvy person, so for me, it's just it's just been a headache trying to understand how to get a video to be the way that I want it to. And then I'm also doing all my videos on my iPhone. And the back of the iPhone, like I guess you call it the back camera, is way better than the front camera. So trying to hold the video, trying to hold the phone facing towards me, the front camera, to me, it doesn't have the same quality as the one in the back. So I don't know nothing about the shit. I'm pretty sure if I was to Google it, it would tell me like, hey, the back camera is better. Ugh, heartburn. Because I guess they put a better technology or some shit. I don't know. I'm not good with none of this shit. Mhm. So it's been a headache for me. But I finally got to the point where I found a good editing app, and I think I really don't like to talk about stuff before it happens, but I need to get used to being vulnerable if I'm gonna have a YouTube channel or if I'm gonna start a business. But I think I have the money coming in soon to where I can buy me a nice starter camera. So we're moving forward. It took a lot of trial and error, but we're finally here. So anyway, now that that's out the way, I wanted to do an intro video to describe what my channel is about, to explain why I spell type different than TYPE for the Type 1 Civilization channel, and talk about what is a Type 1 civilization and what I'm trying to do with the nonprofit and all of that, right? So basically, well, I'm gonna just, it'll, I talk very, how do you say, what's the word? I talk very scattered. I have a lot of, if you're into the zodiacs and all that stuff, I had a lot of Gemini in my chart, and I have a few, well, actually, I only have one Virgo placement, but I have a few Gemini placements. So I'm very scattered, but it's good information. It's just going to pop in and out. So there you go. So I'll start with this. The reason why I spelled it TIPE instead of TYPE is because I wanted to be able to make sure as the business grows that I can actually trademark or whatever the fuck you call it. Oh, I gotta work on that too, the cussing. Because I want this to be made for kids too. Like I want them to be able to see this because at this point I think children too are on the phone all the time. So I would rather them be able to find content that is about being a good a good member of society, you know, and to give them hope that because when I was a kid, or when I was a child rather, when I seen adults, I was like, these people, I didn't want to go near no adult. I knew something was off with them people. So for any children that can pick up on that now, just to give them hope that you can build the society that you want, you can meet like-minded people and y'all can go off to yourself and try to, create an environment that feels healthy to you. Because that's something that took me later in life to learn. I've dealt with depression a lot, but I'm starting to learn that you don't have to do things you don't want to do, you know? Like if you don't want to stay at a job, if you're grown, if you don't want to stay around your family, if you around people, friends, family, lovers, and you don't want to stay around them, you can go. There's consequences, and there's going to be moments of sadness and loneliness because you're going through a transitional phase, but you can you can make the life that you want to have. And once you do that, at least for me, I started noticing that I'm more happier because I have things that I actually want to, move towards when I wake up instead of every part of my day. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be around this person. I don't want to go to this job. I hate my people. So all that type of thing, right? Anyway, see, I told you it was gonna be very scattered. Going back though, I'm gonna try not to cuss because I wanted the children to be able to watch this and to be able to like just feel seen. Ooh, my voice cracked. I want them to be able to feel seen, because they hear what I'm saying and it resonates with them, you know. So I know I can't do too much cussing because then, you know, that's inappropriate for them to be hearing. And then also I'm pretty sure YouTube is gonna like do some YouTube sugar honey iced tea. So okay. But yes, it's TIPE instead of TYPE because I want to be able to officially get everything in order. And I want it, you know, I like stuff nice and neat. I like everything to be uniform across all platforms. So I spelled it different, so hopefully nobody swoops in and takes it, and then I can get whatever paperwork is necessary to be super legit. Okay, done. Next, it's a nonprofit, but it's a bootleg nonprofit. When I was in school, I think about a year and a half ago, I was going to school for business. I only took one class for business, and then I had to leave because I had some stuff in my life, right? What I learned was that in a nonprofit, it has to be a few members to actually make a legitimate nonprofit. I don't have any friends, family, nothing. And I haven't met anybody who's like me who really, really, really wants to do something like this. So I have to put myself out there on the internet and then hopefully I'll connect to somebody and they'll want to do it. They'll want to help me. So right now, yeah, it's a nonprofit because that's the end goal. But on paper, it doesn't exist yet because I need more people. So that's something that I'm open to as well. When people find this channel and they start watching, if you want to all come together so we can make this thing big, I do need help with that because for some reason, one person can't start a nonprofit. Unless that rule has changed since the year and a half ago I went to school, you need more than one person, which is crazy. I know because if you want to start a small business where you're selling a product, you only need one person. But if you're trying to do a nonprofit where you're trying to help, you need multiple people. I said, boy, ain't that like, if that don't tell you what it is, oh man. But yeah, so all right, that's taken care of. What else? Yeah, so okay. Right now, I've done a few things and I try to post pictures to Instagram, but I just do little sweet stuff like maybe um I'll try to help somebody out with groceries. Maybe if I see somebody in need, just try to, you know, pay for them to get some food. Or what if I have a little money, give that to them. Pay for somebody dinner, stuff like that. I just ate Panda Express. Hopefully you can't hear me burp, but if you do, whew, it's natural. Okay, but yeah, I try to do little sweet stuff like that. But the goal of Type 1 civilization is to, well, hold on. I'll do that next. I don't want to get too scattered because I need people to follow along. Where was I at? Bear with me. I'm very scattered. Oh, okay, yeah. So, so far I've done little sweet things and I'll try to post it to Instagram so I can have like proof like, hey, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm actually trying to go out there and spread positivity, just like people spread negativity. I'm trying to go out there and spread positivity. So I'm trying to do that right now. I'm trying to go out there and spread positivity as much as I possibly can. So we'll see what happens. But that's, you know, right now what I've been doing. But the um purpose of it all is for the food, water, and shelter. So through me understanding stuff, a type one civilization basically means that every person has to have food, water, and shelter, right? I did not get this from the Joe Rogan podcast because when I typed up type one civilization, because it's kind of hard finding this YouTube channel, I guess because I don't have any subscribers. So right now it's like almost not even, it seems like it doesn't exist. So if you type it in, you have all these videos that pop up on type one civilization and then the Joe Rogan podcast. So I'm just make sure if you see this, no, I did not get the information from Joe Rogan at all. That's not my type of guy. I would not get any information from him. I got my information from a man that goes by the name of Brother Yosef. He put me on to what a type 1 civilization was because he has a YouTube channel and I used to watch it about a year back, maybe even 2 years back. I used to watch it, but that's the first time I ever heard of it was because I was watching his channel. Okay, fast forward. So when he said that, something in me, it's like me hearing that sparked something in me, and I knew that I was supposed to do something surrounding that word, right? I guess you can call it my intuition kicked in. Years later, it took me some time to figure out what kind of business. Like I knew I wanted to do a nonprofit, but I couldn't figure out what was gonna be the name, what was gonna be the, blah blah blah. The pieces had to come together. Also, if you believe in astrology and zodiac, I am a Taurus sun sign, right? It is true. Taurus suns are slow moving. You're very slow moving. And that means that life, because whatever you are on the inside reflects on the outside, that life moves slow for us. So for like big projects or, the things that are everyday things, it can be projects, it can be the job, it can be relationships, it can be family. Everything comes together slowly for us. I guess that's just our pace, right? So it took me some years just to think of the name, just to think of how I'm going to go about doing it, just to think about how I want the YouTube channel to look. It took me a lot of time. And then I'm also very into the Virgo part of it, where even though I'm very scattered, the mercurial type energy is Gemini and Virgo, right? Even though I'm very scattered, I am very detail oriented. So when on my own, I like to have things organized, but I'm okay with things being scattered to an extent. But when I'm presenting something to the world, it has to be clean and neat. So it took me some time to get here because that's just how, you know, my makeup is. But we're finally here. I finally got the name. I finally got the channel. I finally figured out like how I can make it all work, right? So that brings me to my next part is that I have a few creative talents, right? I really do not like opening up. This is but okay. I have a few, right? One is I like to make beats. I haven't did it in a while, but I do like to make beats. And I do think in the future, beats are going to be the real music. It's not going to be people singing or even rapping. I don't think so. I think that it's just going to be the beat. That's it. Because we're going to move as we move forward, we're going to go higher up and higher up, meaning we're going to become more angelic like. That's why you see people, they don't want to eat meat as much. Whew. People don't want to argue as much. So certain things are going to fall to the wayside, right? Yo, let me drink some water. Hold on. Damn, I got heartburn. Oh my God. Okay, let me try leaning back. I'm so used to leaning forward because I'm always trying to move towards something. I don't like leaning back. Feels like I'm just sitting here being lazy. Like I constantly got to be doing something, making progress. Progress. But anyway, let's see, where was I? Where was I? Oh, yeah. So I like to make beats. I think that's gonna be the future, is not so much people's words and voices. They can use voices, but it's gonna be for sounds, not for actual lyrics. So that's one. But the main thing is writing for me. Right now I'm working on a few books, but there's three in particular that I'm working on. And I want to release the books, and whatever money that I make from the book is going to go into building type 1 civilization. So I already have the Cash App set up with the card. Whatever money comes from the books, besides me being able to have my food, water, and shelter, basic things. I'm a very basic person. I don't need a lot. I just want to wash my ass in the morning in my punani and be able to brush my teeth and put on clean clothes and get some food in my stomach and drink cold, cold ice water and be able to sleep under a roof that I ain't gotta worry about rats and roaches and whatnot. Simple woman. So whatever money I get from the books, all I want to do is be able to take care of myself, and then it's gonna go right into the business. So if I need to go to, like, this is just an example because I don't live near Austin, but in Austin, it used to be, I believe, a street called Sixth Street. You go over there and it's just nothing but homeless people. They just out there. That shit is scary. They be on the street, on the benches. You gotta step over bodies. It's not like, and people just be hanging out there like it's cool. That shit is not cool. That is crazy. But um, yeah, that's a good example though. So say it's a place like that where I'm at. Go out there, try to get people food, water, see if I can figure out how to get them a hotel room for the night or for a few nights, however much I can afford, try to get them some type of shelter. Um, if I need to go to places that I know is more so low income, like I used to go to this grocery store where I grew up, and it's a lower income grocery store, right? So you go in there, you say, hey, you go to one of the cashiers and say, hey, can I leave this money with you? Whoever comes up, just pay for their groceries out of this, stuff like that. Somebody come in here and they always come in here, they need some food, help them out with this. So stuff like that, right? Also, and um, I do hope this does not offend people, but my main goal, who I'm trying to help, is Black women and Black children. It can be all women and children, but the main goal is to first, because that is my community, is to help out those women and those children. Men, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe somebody else will come up with some shit for y'all, but my focus is women and children because those are the people that are put on the back burner the most, and those are the people that are unprotected the most and at risk the most. Yes, men go through things and they can be hurt, and people don't usually ask them how are they and what's going on. People usually just leave them out to dry. But at the same time, men have more brute strength. They are usually able to get, they're usually able to get jobs easier, and people usually don't mess with them as much. If I was somebody who wanted to steal, kill, or rape, and I seen a grown man and a grown woman, I would probably attack the grown woman. So I'm pretty sure, you know, that's how the rest of the world sees it. They go for the easy pickings. That's just how it is. So children and women, men have a better chance of being able to fight off predators and just the evil of the world. So I'm trying to go towards these. And then also, right now, just to be honest, men have been fucking up for some time now. I know I'm cussing. I said I shouldn't be cussing, but it is what it is. We gotta speak from the heart. They've been messing up for some time now, and they just need to go kind of get their mental and emotional back in order because for generations now they've been out of order. And it's time now that they stop and they get their shit together. So I'm not trying to help them. I think they need to help themselves. That's just what it is. So continuing on, I also want to do short films. With all the books that I write, I'm going to attempt to make a short film version, or I shouldn't say short film, a indie film, I guess you can call it. I don't know the proper term, but whenever I write, I also do is it called the script or the screenplay or whatever? Whatever it is, I also do that too. Like I write it in that form, at least in a way my brain can understand, and then I go back and make sure I make it all nice and neat, like quote unquote professionals are supposed to do. But I say that because it's gonna be with my own camera. It's gonna be like it's gonna I ain't saying low budget, but it's gonna be low budget. It's gonna come out nice, but it's not gonna be, I don't wanna sell what I've wrote to some studio and let them do it. I wanna be the one acting in it as well as holding the camera and giving it direction. So that'll have to come later because I need more people to play out roles and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try film. My main thing is writing and then also music. So, oh my gosh, now I have to go shit. Oh, I'm just almost done. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta hurry to finish this because I need to go shit. So, anywho, Yeah, any money that I get from any of these endeavors, and I'm all gonna post it on this channel. So this is the intro video, and after that, it's gonna be labeled episode one, two, three, four, five, on and on and on. I don't know if I'm gonna put titles and then put episode one, blah blah blah. I don't know. It'll probably help with the algorithm, but also I rather if a person finds my channel, it's because they really, really were meant to find it, not because it was a recommendation. So I don't know. I haven't figured that part out, but this is just the intro video, so it'll be labeled intro. After will be in chronological order or in numerical order rather. But every endeavor, like I'll have a playlist of all my songs. I'll have a once I can make the short film, like I'll put that in a playlist, all the films that I've done. And then anytime that I publish a book, I'll make a video, talking about the book, all that stuff, and put the information on how to get it. Everything else it's just gonna be whatever I want to talk about, I guess. Whew. Feelings, the way that I think, all that stuff. I'll just post that on the channel, and you can just click through each episode and see if it's something in there that you like, I guess. But any money, whether it's money from the channel, from people watching videos, if it's money from the books that sell, from the music, people listening to that, if it's from the short films or the indie, whatever, the films basically, all that money is gonna go back into Type 1 Civilization. So it's gonna go into my account, the card that I have attached to my Cash App for Type 1 Civilization is gonna go into that account, and it's only gonna go to giving people food, water, and shelter. Maybe also clothing, depending on the situation, because some people they may be just super, super down and out. They ain't got no extra clean clothes. Like it's bad out here, y'all. Everybody deserves to wash their ass, their balls, their punani. Everybody deserves to eat. Everybody deserves to have a clean house and a roof or some type of room to sleep under. So that's the only thing it'll be used for. Only, 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 only. That's it. The only thing that if it just gets so bad and I have to pull out of it to get my food, water, and shelter, then that's what it will be for. Like if I just absolutely need it. But I do have another way of making, my own personal money. So that shouldn't have to happen. But it won't be me like say somehow I make $10,000. Like that's how much I make off of the YouTube videos or something. You're not about to see me pop out with a car. Like that's not what's gonna happen. If I take $10 out of the because I got 3 days till payday and I'm starving, then I take $10 for food. But it's not gonna be these big crazy purchases. No, it is for other people's food, water, and shelter. And then once we get bigger and bigger and bigger, um, I don't know. I guess I'll have to get all the people that's involved together and we'll have to talk. And whenever we come to a consensus, if there's anything different than what I'm saying right now, why does my voice keep cracking? It's because I have to shit and I'm holding my. Okay, I really gotta hurry up because I gotta go. But I'm trying to finish this. I'm tired of redoing this video. But if we have a group meeting and we can't, or we come to a different consensus than what I'm saying right now, then I'll make another video and I'll tell you guys, like, hey, these are the new rules. This is what we're using the money for. All the proceeds is what we're going to, just so everybody involved feels respected, because I think that's a big thing too that we've lost in the world is respect, is telling people the truth, even if they don't want to hear it, is allowing somebody the chance to stay with you or walk away because of how you're going to move forward with your actions and the way you're thinking. So it's definitely meant to be a community. I definitely want to everybody involved to feel heard and respected and seen, understood, all of that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I have a few other things I would like to do in the future. Like I want to start my own universities, but I want to upgrade the curriculum. There's no reason why in the year 2025 we should still be studying physics instead of metaphysics or quantum physics. Supposedly there is something called chaos mathematics. Why are we not studying that? I don't know. I think that history has been lied about so many times over, and that's what, because I just got back in college again. I get in, get out, get in, get out. But in the first history, there was a lot of lies. In the second history, there was a lot of lies. So I think that we need to start teaching people an accurate history. Um, so yeah, I would like to start my own university. And of course, it would be for women. It would be older women, younger women, ancient women. I don't care your age as long as you identify as a woman. You can come on over and we'll try to get you up to speed. And I want to be able to make sure that, of course, their food, water, and shelter is taken care of. So, like, not how usually if you go to university or community college, you have to pay and then you may get financial aid. Like in a community college, you're okay. Your financial aid should cover your tuition, but you have to figure out how to afford your housing, your food, your water. All that's on you unless you're going to take out uh loans and all that type shit to be able to pay for it. But you're okay with that. But when you go off to the university, it's you don't ever get enough FAFSA to cover your actual tuition. And I don't even think they give you enough loans to cover the tuition. You have to pull FAFSA loan and have a payment plan. It's like, bro, what the hell, you know? But for the university I'm trying to start is if I can get, and I'm sure I can find a bunch of good teachers. Like I'm trying to have all women as teachers too. So it can just be a gang of women and we can all feel safe and protected around each other and, respected. I know women, like when we get together, we be having our own shit too. And I really don't know if that's because of how we've been like beat down over the years or if that's in our true chaotic nature. I don't know. I guess I'll find out once we get there. But I'm trying to just have it be women so we can actually focus in and discover what it is to be a woman because I don't think a lot of stuff is even with science when they find all these understandings of what this means and it's not usually on a black female's body, it's usually on a white male's body and then they just make everybody else follow suit. And I found a neuroscientist who also said something of the same sorts, where she was explaining that with science, she says it's not a lot of stuff discovered about women. It's mostly the research is on a white male, but I do believe there are differences between the different, I don't know if you should say races of males or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. And then with women, I think it's differences between the races of women as well. And I'm for sure there's differences between male and female. So I think we need to just focus in on ourselves and figure out what it is to be us, build our own institute so that when the children that become young women and women, when they grow older and they're able to return to us, or even if they go wherever they want to go, that they're able to really have that thing in them, that strong backbone of I'm a woman and this is what it means to be woman. And they don't bend and they don't break and they don't fold and they have the confidence and they were nurtured in a loving environment so that they can actually make it in the world. And they can offer something not just to us but the whole world. And women, like say we can 20, I don't know, say 20 years from now, I can start the university. I see like this little girl, she 3, her and her mama come in, the little girl 3. And once she become a grown woman, she 30, she's a scientist and she discovers something that a gene or some shit that's in women that can help them fly. Who the hell knows? We don't know nothing about ourselves because nothing's been studied. Not like that, or maybe it is being studied and we just don't know. But if we can nurture our own, they can find it out. Information will come to people if they have the understanding to receive it. But it all starts with giving them a loving foundation and giving them as much information as you can so that they can take it further and bring you something back, you know? So I don't know. But there's many things I would like to do, but I got kind of off on a tangent. But this channel, the things that I'm gonna put on this channel, um, and the whole point of it is it's a nonprofit to help whoever with food, water, and shelter. Yes, the first person I'm gonna be looking to help is a woman and children, so boys and girls and women. But if men need help as well, and they're not trying to hurt any women or children, I do not mind trying to make sure they have food, water, and shelter. But the main thing, you know, is to make sure that women are helped, and we are not going to help monsters. So if you want to hurt a woman or if you want to hurt a child, you know, even if you're hurting another man and he ain't doing nothing to you, we ain't got nothing for you. Stay the fuck away. But if you're a good man, you don't want to hurt nobody, just minding your business, we'll try to look out, you know. But as it goes further, I'm definitely for the women and the children, Black women and children, and all women. But the first priority is Black women, Black children. Gotta keep it all the way honest so you know what this is for. Um, we are inclusive, but you gotta help the person who need it most first. And I think we all know that that's somebody that needs the most help. So, yep, that's the point of it. So as I go further, it'll be episodes and it'll just be random shit. It'll be just talking about whatever. And then whenever I'm ready to publish a book, I'll make a post about that, like a special video. It won't have a number like episode 10, 12. It'll actually say like book publishing, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll have, once I do the music, a playlist with all the music in it. And then if I put up the short film, it'll actually say it's a short film. I got a shit. Okay, that's everything.